Meet Charles Siemers, a man with a very special occupation. Charles is one of only 400 people in the world licensed to practice Rolfing, an important lifestyle component for celebrities like Shirley MacLaine, John Denver, Greta Garbo, and Olympic gold medalist Alexei Graywall. When Linda Gray or Richard Chamberlain need a little body rejuvenation, they go to Charles Siemers. And today, we've been invited to watch Charles give John St. Elwood, star of The Young and the Restless, his first session. Rolfing is a technique for reordering the body to bring its major segments toward a vertical alignment. In 10-hour-long sessions, a Rolfer will realign the body back to its natural position around a vertical axis. He does this by manipulation of the major muscle groups and the connective tissues called fascia. The net effect of realigning the body this way is a significant decrease in the amount of stress experienced in the body during both normal and strenuous activities.
How you doing, Chuck? Hi,
and
John.
now it's time for John's first Rolfing session.
Come on in and take your shirt off.
All right, let's do it.
Great. One of the basic goals of Rolfing is to lengthen the whole spine in the gravity field. In your case, John, I'm noticing these nice, beautiful long arms are much longer than the torso. And after we Rolfed you, the spine, the whole torso would begin to respond and lengthen.
What you're saying is now that then I wouldn't have to come back up as far to get in my pocket, right?
Right.
That's good. I like that.
In a random organized body or somebody who hasn't been Rolfed, gravity begins to pull on them, pull them down, shortening the body. In a highly structured, organized body, a Rolf body, the spine begins to lift and float and the thorax breathes freely as the flow of gravity begins to flow through the person. Now we're starting to see John's torso lengthen as the hip begins to open and free.
My arms feel a little looser than what they were, not as quite as tight and tied up. Yes, I do feel longer in the torso.
The technique you've just seen was developed by Dr. Ida P. Rolf, a distinguished doctor of biochemistry and physiology. Dr. Rolf believed that the body is a plastic medium that can be molded at any age, and that the Rolfing technique is especially beneficial for children. Dr. Rolf explained why in a Psychology Today interview, shortly before her death in 1979.
Because practically every child is not normal at birth. They've been through a very heavy experience, and that heavy experience has distorted their bodies.
There are three main reasons why people have body alignment problems. First is an inherited genetic condition. Second is physical trauma. When we hurt ourselves, the body begins to compensate for that physical trauma, and that chronic adjustment begins to set into the body. Maury Molina is a victim of the third main cause of body alignment problems, environmental stress. Maury's career as a fashion model forces her into positions of bad posture as she strikes unnatural poses and keeps them for long periods of time.
In particular in fashion models, I look for the sway in the back. I look through the tightness through the shoulders. I look to see if the pelvis is swung under so that it supports the shoulder girdle for when they're working and moving their head.
Rolfers do not claim their manipulations are a cure-all. But in the process of straightening the body, many emotional and physical benefits may be realized.
Not only does a Rolf person have the vertical alignment in the gravity field, there's a fluidity of movement that comes into the person. His hinges begin to feel like they're well oiled. A Rolf body flows.
In this age of health consciousness, Rolfers and their patients share a unique view of the interrelationships between man's physical and emotional states, and of the effect that a very special kind of energy, the flow of gravity, has on us all.